welcome to this Megamix edition, which is done online this year. And I'm here with Simon Forget. Hello, Simon.
Hi, Odile. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good. Fantastic, actually.
Yeah, it's perfect because tonight we'll have a fantastic evening. We'll showcase some different games which are present at Megamix this year, and we'll have the chance to see some sneak peeks, some gameplay sneak peeks of it, and to discover some gameplay trailers. If you're,
I can just say a word, Odile. I'm very sorry.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I'm actually really hyped for this because, of course, when we think about Megamix, we think about game devs, we think about workshops. But one thing I really like for me, because I mean, we're here for the games also. We're here to see the achievement of what everybody's working on. So this kind of event for me is really a nice event, a nice moment to see everything what everybody's working on. So we're gonna see, like you said, some sneak peeks. Well, we're gonna see gameplay. I love to see some gameplay, some announcements also. So for me, it's just really exciting because we're going to find out lots of new things coming up this year and next year.
Yeah, and we will have the occasion to test, to try some games on Friday. I think you were going to talk about this when it's time to talk about it.
I can't wait to tell you more about that. Friday, we got a nice surprise for everybody. We'll talk about it later on.
Yeah. So let's begin with a game, with a Canadian game actually, which is named Night Squad 2. Sorry.
So let's watch.
The Knights are back in town with their swords, with their horses, and their bazooka? Night Squad 2. The 8-player dungeon brawler returns with an array of new game modes. Double kill. New silly game variants. New eccentric knights. New medieval weaponry. And bold new ways to ruin friendships. Night Squad 2.
And this is Night Squad 2 from Chainsaw Awesome, fantastic or awesome studio from Quebec City. And I gotta say, there's something I remember with the first Night Squad, actually. I think it was 5 years ago at Montreal Comic Con, nice and huge event. And I was working around there, and there were maybe 25 in these studios, and I could hear people screaming loud. It was
as
crazy.
usual.
As usual. But there are all those booths with awesome games being presented. Some people come try it out and everything. It was quite relaxing, maybe one or two people by a booth. And then you could see where all this noise was coming from. It was the Chainsaw Awesome booth with at least always 8 or 10 people all together playing, because that's the cool thing about Night Squad. You can play local multiplayer, but also online multiplayer, 8 players. And we don't get a lot of those. And we don't get enough of those. And this one is an awesome medieval mayhem kind of thing. And I just love this. And you could see by the end of the trailer also, there's a free demo. So for the 3 days of Megamix, you will be able to download on Steam a demo. So you should absolutely try it out. And speaking of which, would you like to try this game, Odile?
Yeah. The description you gave was very interesting. So yeah.
That's good news, because this Friday, we will try it together, also with one of the devs from Chainsaw Awesome, but also with other devs. We're going to be 8 people next Friday at 3:30 p.m. Well, I'll tell you more about that later on. But if you want to see us and a dev of Chainsaw Awesome trying out this game, you'll be able to see this Friday. And now we'll see another trailer, another announcement actually, from a Seattle studio called Unbound Creations. And let's look at Rain on Your Parade.
So rain on your parade. It's like in Final Fantasy VII, you play a cloud. But this time it's raining all the time, and it's not for a dramatic purpose. It's actually very funny, like you can say, like you can see in the gameplay trailer. And we also have some information coming from the developers. They say it's coming to PC, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One on a rainy day in 2021. So Simon, if you want to have a look at this game, you should check your the weather and check on Steam when it's rainy in 2021 if you don't want to miss this game.
Because that's good, because I love being a jerk to everybody, and that's I think that was one of the sale point for this game. So I can't wait to be mean to everybody. That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So for the next game, we don't know where the developers get their inspiration. We only know that they are Canadians from Quebec and that their game is named Save Your Nuts.
Squirrels have been oppressed for far too long. It's now time for us to prove our superiority to the rest of the world and gain the respect we deserve. That's why I've decided to organize a new kind of competition to challenge all animals brave enough to face us in a series of trials involving dexterity, strength, strategy, and cooperation. The ultimate champions will be declared kings and will get our most precious reward, the epic nut from the tree of life. Let the Nut Olympics begin!
And that is Save Your Nuts. And I got a confession for you. I love games that bring chaos in my living room. And I think this game is the perfect candidate for this kind of chaotic, crazy, wacky things going on. And what I find
it's
really
also competitive to play with your friends, and yeah.
And of course, and I've seen already competitions, some actual indie esport kind of things going on with Save Your Nuts, but that would be another story for another time. But I will, however, restrain myself from commenting on the Nut Olympics. However, I must say that Save Your Nuts will also be in our Friday multiplayer showcase.
Yeah.
So once again, we're going to play with the Save Your Nuts dev, but also other devs all together in this chaotic game. I say the word chaotic way too much. So
yeah, but I think it's a brand for it's like a brand for this game. It's chaos and fun and chaos, and
that would be good indeed. And what I what I like with Save Your Nuts, it has come a long way from a game with a simple premise, saving a nut and stealing it from someone else. It has gone so big now, and with physics included with you could see soccer balls, basketballs, and so all those kinds of mini games. It's a good party game, that's going to be for sure.
Yeah. And it's been a long time, but they are working on it, so it's a really good result that we have right now. So yeah.
I love seeing games that come from a long way and really work and improve and get a final product that sounds really, really interesting. And now we're going to see another game from another studio, Canadian studio. It is from Shishi Studios, and it's called Shishi Ballad of the Oracle. Soon you'll see it. Maybe you won't. Who knows? Anything can happen here. It's coming up. Don't worry about that. We're looking for it right now. So there's no problem with that. So, do you have anything to say, Odile? Because I like to
but you will see it's a very cute game. It's a very cute RPG. It's a feel good. It's a feel good game. So yeah, you will discover it in a few times.
Now, let's go. Or not, which makes it even more awkward.
So I hope you like it, because
it's amazing. It was
the hype is
real short trailer, like maybe half a second. You if you blinked, you missed it. No, we're kidding. Let's go.
I think there was a little problem with the frame of the with the framing.
So that was a fourth of the trailer. If you want to see the rest of it, it's a puzzle. You will manage. No. I think we'll find a way for you guys. We'll post it in the chat also, if possible, to all the links you would need if you want to see the full trailer. I mean, in its whole frame. Things happen. That's the beauty of life.
So if we can describe it a little bit, like I was saying earlier, it's a very cute RPG game. It's named Shishi Ballad of the Oracle, and it has a feel-good impact on the players. And I really like the fact that the studio is making a big effort to for accessibility in this game. So it's on one hand it's a feel good game, but they also want to have a feel good impact on the gamer community. So it's very interesting. And so if you want to know a little more about this project, I would say that you should maybe go to see their booth or join their Discord to know a little more about this and have a chat with developers and what they try to do with this, because they are very nice.
And I just need to say now if you ever want to see the trailer or learn more about the game, on the Pine app, all exhibitors, but you'll be able to learn more about the game.
Yeah,
but I think it's worth mentioning, especially for Shishi Studios now, with the small technical issue we just had. So make sure if you're interested, cool RPG, you can go look it up on the Pine app.
Exactly. And I hope you're well seated because the next game will try to challenge a little bit your logic. It's from Quebec. It's from Quebec, Canada, sorry. And it's named Space Tow Truck. If we have the trailer.
Who knows? It's always a surprise here. So that's the beauty of Okay, I think we just had some kind of Monty Python moment here with, and now for something completely different kind of thing. Space Tow Truck is clearly what you would not have expected from its title. It's, of course, a physics-based game, puzzle game, but also with a sci-fi narrative, but also involving maths pretty much, or mostly, I would say, physics mechanics, the laws of mechanics, which is something that clearly I have failed way too often in high school. But
it reminds me a little of, the game Slice Fraction, where you have to, where the play helps you to improve your math.
So basically, this game is made by a teacher, first of all. You play as an astronaut who has to use the laws of mechanics to get out of trouble. And you would also explore not only the world of physics, laws of mechanics, but also the history of science itself. And even the Fermi paradox, which I'm wondering if anybody knows what it is. The Fermi paradox is this whole idea where we ask the question, are we alone in the universe? So
yeah, it's a little game with no philosophical question and nothing too very complicated and serious. So
exactly. So it's quite deep, quite crazy, and we'll stay now with the puzzle theme, and we'll go with the next trailer, which is from a game also being made in the province of Quebec in Canada. Aeternaut, a Dragon Slumbers. Sorry, Aeternaut.
Our world had lost its way. Corruption, famine, war. We destroyed our past and our future was bleak. But when we found Aether, a power source with unlimited potential, it allowed us to flourish like never before. We rebuilt, we grew, we thrived. And then it cost us everything. We chose you because you are immune to the Aether. You must explore the construct, find our experiments, and shut them down. But should we fail to understand you, there will be nothing left of us. So tell me, would you rather have your memory wiped clean or have the entire world forget about you? Would you rather live a single day as a lion or 100 years as a sheep? Would you rather be strong or smart? Do you fear death? Tell me. Will you save us? Do not believe lies.
So, as you can see, Eternal is a first-person puzzle game that will remind you a little bit of Portal and Talos Principle. And as you can see in the trailer, you might have this feeling you're gonna save the world just walking through corridors because there's epic mysteries to solve. And actually, just like in Portal, you have to use different elements of the environment to solve puzzles like light, cubes, portals, and even a copy of yourself coming from the future. So yeah, there's a lot of weird things to see in this game, and a cool story to discover throughout all these challenges. So if you want to know more about this game, there's a demo available on Steam during the Mega Mix. And so you can give it a try right now. And so I don't know what you thought, Simon.
Well, should I just say I'm reading the chat at the same time, and someone just said, "Well, lots to take in there." So that's pretty much.
I think the physical, the philosophical game and this one have something in common, and have something really interesting. To showcase if you want to challenge yourself and to try new kind of game. I mean, the following game is a VR game coming from Canada, Quebec, and it's named Prison Boss VR. Simon, so we will have a look at it in a few minutes.
That's it. Prison Boss VR. Nice, short, and sweet.
Yeah,
Prison
Boss.
Well, they're back because the game already existed. But for those who have not tried it yet, that's a nice opportunity right now because it is coming out on the Oculus Marketplace. Oculus has now the Quest, but also the Quest 2 that just came out. So that's a good time to try it. And Adil, I know you always wanted to be in jail. Am I right?
Yeah, that's why I escaped France and for mysterious reasons.
Fantastic. Because Prison Boss offers you the possibility to be able to craft cigarettes, which is another passion I know you got, or craft booze, or even cookies. Maybe that's another thing you like as an inmate yourself. So, so that's pretty much your job, is to increase your influence through a prison by doing awesome things like cookies or cigarettes. Anyways, kids, don't smoke. And you're going to be able to try to play Prison Boss VR on the Quest and the Quest 2. Starting December 3rd, so it's not even in a month. Of course, only $20. It's clearly worth it. So I highly suggest it. And now we're gonna go with another Canadian studios. And I mean, we're sorry, we just love to make games.
Yeah,
so you'll have to deal with it. And now we're gonna go from the studio Game Pill, which is in Ontario, Canada, who's presenting us Smash Ball.
Attention galactic broadcast viewers, introducing Smash Ball, the latest competitive action sports event of the galaxy. Speed, thrills, skills, and explosions. The sport of Smash Ball is a team tournament extravaganza, a fast game of skill and destruction. Only the best players will stand a chance. And the Smash Ball League is looking for new recruits like you. Test your reflexes and hone your skills against some of the greatest mech leads in the galaxy. Champions with nerves of steel, literally. Choose your allegiance and build your team. Lead them to glory through a host of strange new worlds. Win new parts and cash to upgrade your team. Want to focus on speed and skill, defense and shield, or brute force and boom? Smash Ball has you covered. There is a whole galaxy fighting their way to the top of these tournaments. Team up with friends in 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2 to rise to the top or take them down. Show your frenemies what you're made of. Hint, it's metal. Check your local Galactic Net channel for times and matches. Smash Ball. Champions aren't just made, they're built. Join now at smashballgame.com.
Smash Ball. This is another interesting couch game, couch play game for if you like to play with your friends. It's an interesting game to try right now with some. I would say with if you have like the platform Parsec, it would allows you to play together. It's a simple but very effective game. You can play in 1v1 or 2v2 matches. And there's 3 game modes, including one that allows you to build your own mechlet. That means that you can build like your challenger with different stats and try new challenges in the arenas. So yeah, you can have a look at it. There's a demo available right now on Steam. So I would recommend you to try it right now. And the upcoming game takes place in a museum, always from Canada, Ontario. Its name Treasured.
And this is Treasured, and I'm gonna be honest, it sounds kind of weird, but I was expecting a game like that for a really long time. It might be because I'm a history teacher, but I'm not so sure. I received a personal message from a friend who just told me, "Oh, cool, a museum maker," essentially. That's pretty much what it is, but it's even more because Treasured will also let you customize not only a museum, but also a whole island by itself. You can make your own story out of it. You could put pictures, text, voice lines. You could put anything you want in this game, but mostly it's about the museum. It will let you do create and customize 3D exhibits with tons of models, so they will add more and more models of different historical landmarks. So you can create your own thing. And for me, of course, I see this as a fantastic opportunity for learning purposes.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm also wondering if you are able to send like a link to people to visit your museum or something like this. Can you? It's a museum maker. Can you? How can you see the?
How can you publish everything? That would be an interesting question.
Yeah.
And I got a bit of an answer for you. You could go on the Pine app and visit their virtual booth. And you will be able to learn more or ask questions and find out everything you would love to know about Treasured. So look it up. And if you got fantastic question like Adele did, you could just go on Pine. And you know what? We're talking about history, so we're going to stick with history now. And I mean, that's kind of my part here. So we're gonna go with a studio from Kiev in Ukraine, and I'm pronouncing it in French, and because I would love to know how to pronounce this in Ukrainian, but I'm sorry. With a game from Starny Games company, and it is a strategic mind specter of communism.
Comrades, the fate of the motherland is at stake.
The motherland is surrounded by vile imperialists.
Our mighty proletarian army will always be ready to defeat any foe, Comrade Stalin.
The army lacks qualified general staff.
I already have a suitable commander in mind, Comrade Stalin.
I've decided to appoint you Chief of General Staff, Comrade Zhukov.
Fail, and your career is over.
The NKVD will be watching you.
I expect a quick and decisive victory.
As you command, Comrade Stalin.
Show the world the Red Army's might.
We must unleash proletarian fury on the capitalist enemy.
One step backwards means punishment for cowardice and desertion.
Nowadays, there are traitors left and right.
Just arrest the families of deserters and traitors.
Our commissars will establish iron discipline. Fire!
Now we have dealt with these cowards.
500,000 soldiers dead and a full million wounded.
The losses are huge.
We must strike without hesitation.
Why all the haste?
We must press on all fronts.
I will do my best, Comrade Stalin.
Is your career worth millions dead and wounded?
I had to compromise on some principles.
Zhukov will carry out this operation. He is the only general we have who fights without letting sentiment get in the way.
You will take your objectives. Otherwise, you will answer to me.
You seem to be learning from our great leader very quickly indeed.
I think this will be a turning point.
I like your boldness and your shrewd ideas.
Thank you for your trust, Comrade Stalin.
Now we can put our military bases in their countries. Today, comrades, world communism has taken a step forward.
You saw that coming November 13th, which is in 2 days. What we have here is the fourth game of Starny Company. It's a continuation, actually, from the Strategic Mind franchise, because we got before the Pacific and Blitzkrieg. So the Strategic Mind games are actually really, really cool. It's a turn-based tactical combat games. So whoever liked those huge, 4X games with combat and strategy, it's mostly all about that. But there's also story inside. There's about, I think, 20 operations going on in the game. Also with you could see it seems really involved also in history development, and there's also some alternative history, which is always an interesting take on history, not really sci-fi but this kind of thing. So it's also going there. So it will be available in 2 days on Steam and also on the GOG store. So Strategic Mind, Spectre of Communism, look it up. And now we're going to come a bit back home. And we're going back in our province in Canada. Also. Yes, back in Canada. And we're going to look up the trailer for from the studio Watch a Game, Sea Raiders.
So as you can see, Sea Raiders is a party
You
game.
can see, oh, I get it. Oh.
I know. So yeah, Sea Raiders, is a party game designed for streamers and their communities, and it's very, very easy to play. Actually, you just need to have a host, have someone to host the broadcast and broadcast the game on their channel Twitch, and the viewers can just interact with the game by clicking on the video. So it's really easy to play. And I don't know about you, Simon, but I think we will risk to see more and more of this kind of game in the upcoming decades, because viewers and streamers are a big part of the gaming community, but we don't see a lot of games that exploits this kind of community and this kind of players. So it's
a huge trend. It's a huge trend, and I think it's been a kind of holy grail. Also, we know that for years everybody's trying to find the game that will allow all players, the public itself. We like to say the Twitch chat, but also there's I could see even in our chat someone's talking about YouTube streamers or anything else. A game that would be able to let everybody play together. We're trying to find something, and there was a huge trend in 2020 with games like that. And this game is taking an interesting take on it, I would say.
Yeah, and Twitch helps a lot the developers to go in that way. So it's going to be interesting. We stay in Canada with a game coming from Ontario, and it's called Destiny's Sword.
Your brothers in arms need you. Your planet needs you. The universe needs you, but you're just one person. You will never succeed alone, but in command of your squadron, you're unbeatable. You'll need to lead your troops not only into battle, but out of battle and into the world of what happens after the fighting is over. This is Destiny's Sword. Destiny's Sword is a strategic living narrative game featuring unprecedented character depth and diversity. What you're seeing is footage of the alpha version of the game, which will have a playable demo on Steam. In Destiny's Sword, you will join thousands of other players to create intertwined adventures and shape the evolution of the story together. The game leverages the proprietary Insight Engine character AI technology to produce an infinite number of unique characters that fill the galaxy. Players command a squadron of futuristic troops sent to quell unrest on the planet Cyprus, while securing the supply of lucidium for their faction. Each player commands up to 20 characters, and every character in the game has a unique backstory and personality that will react differently to other characters and situations. This means getting to know your characters and guiding their development is key to the success as a team. Every addition or subtraction from the squad will have far-reaching consequences on the team dynamic. Events that our characters experience in combat affect their emotional states and their relationships with other characters, and these will in turn affect their performance in future battles. How we manage our team off the battlefield is just as important as our strategy on it. Injured characters need to be healed and damaged equipment repaired, and top guilds will have a slick support network where players take turns performing medical and engineering procedures for each other when not engaged in combat. All of this takes place in a rich narrative universe created by our New York Times best-selling author M.D. Cooper. M.D. has written our prequel novel, Lucidium Run. Destiny's Sword will be a great adventure. The only question is, have you got what it takes? We've all played the hero. It's time to be a leader.
Well, this game has a big narrative ambition. I don't know. Did you play Mass Effect, Simon?
Never heard about it.
Never heard about this game, because
of course I've played Mass Effect. Of course.
because the synopsis reminds me a little about what I liked the most in the Mass Effect franchise. Apparently, every recruit has their own story to tell. They have their own reason to be part of your team, and your action in the game will develop your relationship with them and affect their performance. So I'm really interested to see how they did it, because in the trailer you see like some different narrative systems, and I'm really curious to know about how it works actually in the game. So to give it,
on the chat we got a dev saying, if anyone has Kindle Unlimited, check out the prequel novel here, and there's a nice link. So there's also a prequel novel that you can read. That's kind of cool.
Okay, so there's a big narrative universe coming from a book, and maybe a movie later, but now we have a comic book, and
there's a whole franchise going
it's
on.
A big franchise. Okay, so very interesting. And if you want to have a look and to know more about this game, we have an exclusive demo during Megamix, so you can have a look at it, and it's available on Steam right now. The upcoming game is not narrative, but it's a very cool roguelite game coming from Saudi Arabia. So we are leaving Canada to see something very interesting.
Roguelite. Really cool looking game from the Psyche artist called Resuffer Roguelite Mode. So Resuffer, honestly, I think if we think about indie games, I mean, it started a long time ago, and Endless Runner was a typical thing. It's a type of game that's always cool. It's a bit like you get addicted really fast on it, and a top-down Endless Runner looks really cool, and it looks also, it's really dark and it's really intense. You could see it by the music and the visual. I think the visuals are really, really interesting for a simple formula like an endless top-down runner. Also
there's a lot of personality in there.
Yes, and I think that's how you should do when you take a classic formula like an endless runner. You need to find something that's really more, that makes it a bit more spicy, interesting. And I think Resuffer found a nice way to do it. And also there's like a roguelike formula, so we're gonna see some I would say more randomness into your experience. So definitely that's a game I'm gonna take a look at, and if only I had time to go now on Pine and visit the online booth, but I can't because we got another game to see now. So I hope you are ready, Adil.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Excellent. So
our memory is like this cube. A good chunk is gone to the point where we don't even know who we are anymore. much to restore.
So yeah, Mad Experiments Escape Room is a COVID-proof escape room that allows you to play directly from your couch with up to 6 players. And like in any other escape game, you will have 60 minutes to explore, solve, and escape a thematic room full of puzzles and mysteries to solve. There's a demo on Steam available right now during the Mega Mix, and I have some good news, Simon.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. We'll have a second shot given to Shishi Studio because we have their trailer this time in a good shape.
Okay, so and it will also be the last trailer we're gonna see, and just after I got a really important words to say after that, but because the Shishi the Shishi Studios game was. The trailer was so nice. It was 4 times bigger than we expected. So that's why so now we're going to see it in a smaller scale, but we're going to see it fully now. So I hope we got the trailer ready and we're going to look at it right now. There we go.
Yeah. So, like we were saying earlier, I fear it's all what we had for tonight, Simon.
It's already too much because I've got all those games now I want to try. I want to go on Steam, download the demos from some of those games. I got to look up everywhere. I got to go on Pine and visit their online booths, and that's how I'm going to finish.
A lot of homeworks to do.
And of course, and if you found any games that are interesting, of course they all are, but if something in particular you liked, you just go on the Pine app and you could visit the online booths. But before we finish, I mentioned it before, which it's a hard word to say in English sometimes. I'd love to invite you all because Adil and I will be playing at the Friday multiplayer showcase on Parsec. It's a really cool Parsec showcase where we're going to try 4 different games, multiplayer games. We're going to talk with the devs. Also, we're going to try out the games. We're going to have fun. We're going to chat. We're going to discuss different topics about their games. But also
about their developments and all these kind of things.
So what I like also is that we'll let devs talk. If a dev has a question to another one, how did you anything that could be related to programming, to design, or whatever, community management, we'll let them talk because it's really just we're gonna have fun, we're gonna try the game, we're gonna enjoy ourselves and talk. And all of you, if you want to participate in the chat also, it's gonna be a good time also. So if you got any question for the devs for the games we're gonna try,
come back on Friday.
Come back Friday 3:30 p.m. we're going to be there. We're going to try awesome games, play together, have fun. Going to be the end of the week also, so everybody's going to be happy. That's going to be all for today, I think. So, Adil, thank you so much for your time. Thank you also.
Thank you too, Simon, for being here tonight for this first day of Megamix.
Yes.
I hope everyone had a good time, and I can't wait to see more about what's this Megamix 2020 has for us all.
Exactly. And so thank you, everybody. We wish you a nice event. Take care. See you Friday. Bye-bye.
See you.